Hey guys, so I was asked by a friend if I could go over tanning and the different types of UV rays and how they affect your skin. I have tanned in the past, unfortunately. I'm embarrassed to admit, but I have tanned in a bed and tanned outside, and as you can see, I'm pretty fair-skinned, so I do have skin cancer in my family, so I did research quite a lot to see kind of what I was getting myself into, because no matter how much I tried to resist the effects of the sun, when I was down and upset with myself and maybe depressed about how I looked, I looked to tanning to make myself feel better. And the way I saw it in my mind is that tanning is better than hair. To start out with, there are 3 different types of rays from the sun. The most dangerous one is UVC. UVC is the most penetrating ray, and unless you live in Australia where the ozone is kind of saying bye, you don't really need to worry about UVC. Most of UVC is filtered through the ozone layer of our Earth. So if you're in North America, don't worry about UVC. So when you see sunscreens and they say broad spectrum UV protection, they usually refer to the UVA and UVB rays. So I'm going to start with explaining the UVB rays. So UVB rays are the rays that come out of the cheap tanning beds. So generally you have levels 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Some salons have maybe levels 1, 2, and 3, but generally I think Dark Tan and the Tan Company, which is big in the Midwest, I'm trying to think of another one, Sunbank, they usually have 5 different levels. So the first 2 levels are usually the cheaper beds, and these are what you call the reddening rays. They bring out the red in your melanin, and these rays are known for primarily causing first cancer, usually basal and squamous cell, and secondly they are known to cause aging. When you compare the UVB to the UVA rays, the UVBs are the ones that will give you cancer earlier. So if we look at the UVA rays, these are the ones that come out of the high pressure beds, so level 3, 4, and 5. These are the ones that the tanning salon charges you out the ass for. They're called bronzing beds usually, so they'll bring out the brown in your skin. And the difference between the UVB and the UVA is that the UVA is a longer wavelength, so it'll penetrate deeper into your skin and will cause bronzing. So primarily this ray will cause aging first, and secondly cancer. So when you look at both UVB and UVA, you think, okay, maybe why don't I just use all UVA rays and just go into the bronzing beds and pay $25 for one tan to get a safe tan where I don't look sunburned or red. Well, the problem is that if you just expose yourself to UVA rays and you haven't exposed yourself to UVB, your skin will not turn dark. So unfortunately, your melanin has to kind of be pre-activated in order to start bronzing. So I'm not going to tell you whether the sun or a tanning bed is better for you, but I will tell you that the sun primarily gives out the UVB rays, which, if you can remember, are the reddening rays. They primarily first cause cancer and then they cause aging. So these are the rays that are out between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. that they want you to protect yourself against, because primarily, remember, they first cause cancer. So the UVA rays, which are the ones you want to pay extra for, apparently, those are the ones that will cause first aging and then cancer. So when you compare the sun to tanning, a lot of proponents say, well, in tanning bed you can control the amount of sun, or you can control the amount of rays that hit your skin. It's timed, it's controlled, so therefore it's safer. The jury is still out on that, and I personally haven't decided yet, but I do try to stay away from tanning beds. So next I'm going to explain to you or actually show you which sunscreens I recommend. So the hands down #1 sunscreen that I've ever used in my whole life is this one. It's called Blue Lizard. It is very expensive, but this is actually an Australian sunscreen that is marketed for people that have sun allergies. So this is very popular in Australia, remember, where they have high levels of UVC because their ozone is gone. And in Australia, there's also high levels of melanoma. So this, if you don't want any type of effect from the sun, whether it be reddening or tanning, put this on. This, if you reapply this every 2 hours, like they say, you will not change color. This fun bottle actually turns blue in the UV as well. So, I mean, usually I don't need the bottle to tell me when there are UV rays out because I have eyes and I can see that the sun is shining, so I don't need to see that the bottle is blue, but it's just kind of fun, you know, fun for kids. So anyways, this is the best. It's super thick. It will clog your pores. I don't care what any sunscreen says about being non-comedogenic, about not clogging your pores. It's a load of bull because what you're basically doing is you are layering on either metals, which reflect the sun, or chemicals which absorb the sun into the lotion. So basically, if you have blackheads, you will get more. So just try, for the sake of your face, for the sake of aging, use sunscreen, but also remember to wash it off at the end of the night. As for the rest of my body, I use this one, the Aveeno 70 SPF. When I worked outside this summer, I used this one. I've used Banana Boat and Hawaiian Tropic, and I found that Banana Boat is super thick. Hawaiian Tropic is a little too unreliable. So I tried the Aveeno because, frankly, the Neutrogena was a little bit more expensive, and the Aveeno looked prettier, so that's why I tried it. I went with the 70, even though once you go above 30, the SPF really doesn't improve by much. I think like maybe 1 or 0.5% increase every 20 SPF. So this is what I use, and I try and reapply. I use this on my face and my body, and it's not too thick. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm certainly not a scientist or proclaim to be an expert in cancer or UV rays or tanning or any of that. I just have done it, and I've made mistakes, and I've slathered on sunscreen. I've not forgotten to slather on sunscreen, and I'm just reporting to you on what has happened in my life. So I hope this has helped you some, and let me know if you have any more questions. Thanks.